Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another FIRE movement update series. Today's theme is going to be how you can spend more to really make more in dividends. So let's get into it.
If you're new to this series, it's okay, because it's pretty new. This is only episode 2, but this is what makes us really excited, is looking at our past 3 months of expenses and dividend income and how that equates to how financially free we are. So our last video was about 3 months ago. Now we're gonna do an update and tell you guys where we're at and how we compared to 3 months ago, how far we've come.
Okay, so we have a laptop right here. I'm gonna be peeking, so cheating. So that
We
way,
always peek.
Exactly. I want to get you guys the right numbers. So what we're gonna be going over is our total expenses, our total income over Q2, and then as well as milestones that we've hit, and then pretty much the percent of passive income that we are. So essentially, what percentage we are towards our financial freedom goals. So without further ado, starting off with Q2, our total expenses in Q2 was $3,021.77. Keep in mind that for the past quarter, we have been living with my parents, so we do not pay rent as of right now. So that's why we're able to keep our expenses so low. This is most likely gonna change in the future, but just put that disclaimer in there. So total dividend income for Q2 was $721.86. And so that is compared to the first quarter was $568.52. So I don't have it written down what the difference is, but it seems like that's how much is it? Okay, $153.34 increase from Q1 to Q2.
Now I'm gonna take over to the laptop and we're gonna go through our monthly expenses for the past 3 months. So 3 months ago, our last video, we averaged $905.21 per month. In the past 3 months, that has gone up a little bit. We're now averaging $1,007.26. So we're spending about an average of $100 more per month than we were 3 months ago. I think this is due to the fact that we have had some expenses that aren't really typical. They're more of annual expenses. So we had a couple of insurances that we had to pay for the year. We paid for Lilo's meds that we paid for this whole upcoming year. So a couple of expenses that are a little bit higher that aren't typical kind of brought these numbers up, but they're not brought up by that much because we also recently stopped paying rent while we are living with Gabby's parents. So those have kind of canceled each other out a little bit, but we have been spending about $100 more in the past 3 months per month. Now going over our income for the past 3 months. So this is the other piece of the equation that is gonna get you to that passive income or passive percentage, the amount that you need in order to become financially independent. So going over the past 3 months, this is gonna be looking at April, May, and June of 2021 in case you're watching this in the future. So in April, we made $199.06. In May, we made $188.04. And then in June, we had our biggest month to date, our most passive income we've ever had, and it was $334.76. So I think we're starting to get to numbers that are like starting to seem real. Like these are a pretty big chunk of our expenses that we're able to negate by making this income passively.
Yeah, full disclaimer that we don't spend this money. When Brendan says that this is our income and that it's more and it helps pay for expenses, that's once again in theory. It actually doesn't because we don't even touch any of this money. All these dividends that we get, they're just reinvested so that way we have compound growth. Which really is the key to investments. So we highly recommend not touching this money if you can afford to just let it sit and grow and do its thing. Okay, now we're gonna break down our dividend income to our month, week, day, and hour averages. So first of all, for monthly average, it's $240.62 per month. So that's how much our income for Q2 has been on average for each month. Then for each week, it's about $55.53 per day, $7.93, and lastly per hour, 33 cents per hour.
These are just really to break down numbers into a smaller time period, so you can kind of visualize like every single hour. We might go to sleep for the night, and it's not really how it works, but on average, we're making 33 cents an hour. So we wait 3 hours and we're making $1 every time. So it's just pretty cool, the idea of our money making money for us without us having to do anything. So just breaking them down to like smaller chunks of time. So now it's that time of the video. We're breaking down the big kahuna, the big passive percentage number that we need in order to retire. So if you're starting with nothing, you're starting at 0%, and the goal is to get to 100%. And that is when your monthly income exceeds your monthly expenses. So for our specific numbers, our average monthly expenses were $1,007.26, and our average income was $240.62. So you divide the income by the expenses, and we get a grand total percentage of 23.9%. So that is how far we are along our journey of becoming financially independent. Comparing that number to last quarter when we did our first video of this, which was 20.9%, it's gone up by just about 3%. So that is factoring in that our expenses have gone up, but we're getting even closer still to that goal. So if we're able to bring down our expenses, that number is going to grow. And if we're able to grow our income, that number is going to grow. So this is just to visualize over time that we are chipping away at that goal, and we're now about 24% financially free.
Yeah, so guys, this is our journey, all right? So we share this information with you guys so that way you can learn from us to see where we are at. But everyone's fire journey and fire movement is different, okay? So just take it with a grain of salt and let us know down in the comments below of what you think of our progress so far. And let us know if you know your fire progress percentage, because we would love to see where you guys are at. So this is another video from Gab and Brent. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, please smash that subscribe button, as it's a great way to support us so that way we can keep delivering you guys some of the top tips and best knowledge that we can share with you guys. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.